What is Prodigy and why is it so engaging for students? Prodigy is an online resource that can be used to differentiate instruction for students in grades 1 through 8. Prodigy's content spans curriculum across the globe, including in the US, Canada, England, India, and Australia. There are more than 1,300 mathematical skills and 50,000 math questions. Standards are aligned to content that is based on Common Core, Texas TEKS, New York, Virginia, Tennessee, Colorado, and Florida. Prodigy was created with one thing in mind: to help all kids develop a love of learning math. There is no catch. All content is free for students and teachers. Students do have the option of purchasing memberships, but they are never required. The difference with memberships is that students can catch all 100 pets as opposed to only 10. They can unlock member-only treasure chests, and they can explore the infamous Dark Tower, and they level up 1.5 times faster. But again, this is never required. It is free forever. Prodigy has had tremendous growth since 2013. Millions of students have created an account. Prodigy also encourages home use by allowing parents to connect to their child's accounts. Prodigy will generate a parent letter that's available in English or Spanish that walks parents through the steps to connect to their child's Prodigy account. Parents will get weekly emails with various reports about their child's progress in user-friendly language. Prodigy has had phenomenal results. Over 3 billion math questions have been answered in total so far. 1/3 of students introduced to Prodigy will practice at home. For every 1 minute a child uses Prodigy at school, the average child spends an additional 1.5 minutes at home voluntarily. Prodigy uses adaptive learning. An initial diagnostic assessment places students in a grade level via a self-paced math game. Prodigy adapts to students in their zone of proximal development, while children feel like they are just playing a video game. Students progress through skills using a 10-question bucket system. Students begin a skill at the 3rd bucket. If a question is answered correctly, they move forward a bucket. If a question is answered incorrectly, they move backwards 2 buckets. If a student moves below the 1st bucket, they will be reassigned to a prerequisite skill and are considered struggling in that particular skill. If a student answers enough questions correctly in a row to move past the 10th bucket, they are considered mastered in that particular skill. Prodigy keeps students engaged. Students are learning while they're having fun. The curriculum is aligned to content in grades 1 through 8. After 6 weeks of using Prodigy, classes surveyed demonstrated a 23% increase, stating that they like or love math, and a 19% increase in students indicating that math did not make them feel nervous. Students work through a non-linear world. They can explore the map, be the hero, unlock new areas, and new in-game content brings students back and keeps the experience fresh. Students battle creatures and collect pets while answering math questions. It is within these battles that the math happens. The individual students come back because they are incentivized. The math is in the game. Students must answer correct questions in order to cast spells and defeat their opponents. Students encounter 3 to 4 questions on average and 3 to 4 creatures or opponents per screen. Students can use virtual manipulatives, hints, and text-to-speech. Up next, we'll talk about using learning plans and assignments.